Hello, I'm Nick Hempsey, and this is my fitness journal. Today is May 9th, day 4. This is day 4, kind of, right? I've actually been working out for about almost a month now. Tomorrow will be a month. Um, and I've been working out every day. I have rest days. My muscles and stuff have not really worked in quite a long time. The most work my body gets are my fingers and my hands. Every once in a while, my arms when I play drums. I play drums once a week. So I've been working out. So I take a rest days, and today is a rest day because tomorrow is Saturday, and Saturday is yard work day. So I want to be able to be a beast for my wife. So today's kind of cool. I actually weighed myself, and I actually went up zero point 0.2 pounds from yesterday. But I think it's because two reasons. One, I did have a long rest period last night. I actually went to bed at 9, and I didn't get up until 8. So I got a lot of sleep. And your muscles repair themselves while you're sleeping. I actually listened to a podcast yesterday. It was all about sleep and how it affects your workouts and stuff. So I've been trying to get to bed earlier. That was one of my goals we talked about yesterday. And so I did. I went to bed at 9. I actually fell asleep about 9:15, which my goal was 10. So I was 45 minutes early. So I actually did wind up getting quite a bit of sleep, and my muscles feel fantastic. My whole body just feels a little bit of soreness still in my chest because we really worked on our chest this week. A lot of push presses, a lot of push-ups. But everything feels good. My mobility feels pretty decent. I'm going to go downstairs and stretch at lunchtime and do some PVC stretches and get my shoulders. My mobility on my shoulders is not as good as it should be, so I'm really trying to work through that. Anyway, the reason I'm standing up is because I have this shirt on right now, and it almost fits. But I bought this shirt when I was 180 pounds-ish. Well, now it's probably like 200. Let's be honest. I was probably around 200. And even then, it didn't fit too great. But it's actually starting to fit decently. There's a little bit of stuff here. If I relax, which it's hard to relax my muscles anymore because they're just constantly they want to be tense. I don't stretch enough. That's probably part of the problem too. That should be one of my goals: stretch more, right? Anyway, so I'm pretty excited. I feel like I'm gonna be actually able to wear this shirt again soon. I don't know. So that's why I'm kind of standing up. I'm actually going to sit down. Anyway, so I actually wanted to talk a little bit about how I got here and why I'm doing this. So I've hit rock bottom a few different times in my life, and for different reasons. So hitting rock bottom doesn't always mean the same thing, right? Rock bottom could be financially, or it could be mentally, it could be physically. There's lots of different ways you can hit rock bottom. And I hit rock bottom about a month ago while watching Game of Thrones at midnight. I basically was laying in bed with my wife, and we were watching Game of Thrones, and my back started hurting, and I couldn't get comfortable. And no matter what, I was just laying there, just kind of freaking out, my body hurts, And I didn't do anything in that time. I just sat around, and I worked. I played video games, and it was basically get out of bed, walk to get something to eat, walk upstairs, sit down for 8 to 10 hours, come downstairs, stand up to cook dinner, then go lay down and play video games until I fell asleep, or Whitney came in and she was done with whatever she was doing, and then the cycle will start all over again, right? So it's basically just me literally walking around for maybe a total of 15, 20 minutes a day, Well, it depends on the dinner I cook, because I do like cooking quite a bit, so it may be an hour of standing. But that's all the exercise I was getting, just standing. That's the exercise for me at that time. So my body was just feeling terrible. And literally, I made it through the first scene of Game of Thrones. Not even through the first scene. I actually got up halfway through, and I went into the bathroom and just stared in the mirror, just staring at myself. And then I randomly just decided I'm going to start doing a workout. I was doing jumping jacks, mountain climbers. I was doing everything I can remember from real boot camp, and then the boot camp I did a couple years ago. I was just going bananas. I have my yogurt here. I woke up, like I said, a half hour ago, so I want to record this right away because I do have a lot of work to do today. But so yeah. Anyway, so I basically freaked out. I couldn't do anything. I just felt terrible all the time. Playing drums was a struggle. Like I play drums pretty much every weekend. I have this weekend off, which is great because I'm feeling a bit, like I said, tense and everything. So this is a good weekend for me to take off so I can get some yard work done. Just kind of hang out with my family, go to church as a family, that kind of thing, which would be nice. But I was playing drums every week, and we only play like 6 songs on a weekend, and by the 6th song, I'd be like gasping for air. And I've been playing drums my entire life, and I've never had that problem. I would be able to play full, 45-minute sets, 3 of them a night, no problem. But these days, I play 6 songs and I'm like out of breath. Although it's changed. I played, last week I played and I felt really good. By the end, my arms actually were like, they felt stronger. All my chops feel better. I play less busy now too, which is weird. I don't know. That's another different story. Anyway, so back to the point of me hitting rock bottom, right? So I mentioned I hit rock bottom a few times in my life, and this is one of the ones where I've never hit a rock bottom about my physical state and my health. I've had a few health freakouts before because I had a hernia when I was in the Navy. I've had like thoughts of me getting cancer because cancer runs rampant in my family. And it was actually when I had the hernia, I thought it was cancer. I didn't know what it was. Turned out it was a hernia, so in the clear. But cancer is one of those things I'm really scared about because my father died of cancer when I was only 5 years old when that happened. So for me, like I look at my kids, and my oldest is 10. Which he is adopted, but still my oldest is actually 5 now. Like my natural firstborn son is 5 years old. And the thought of, him losing me right now would just be terrible. I have 3 other kids besides him too. So, yeah, that hit me pretty hard. And I have a wife that relies on me a lot. So I had to make a change. And literally that next morning, Whitney came in the bathroom that night when I was working out, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I basically just told her, I said, I'm working out right now. We need to make a change. And so her and I sat down that night, and I literally just rambled for about 15 minutes and told her all the things I needed to do over the next couple months. And one of them was to talk to TJ, which is my really good friend. He's in insane shape. Like he could be in the movie 300. That's how that's the kind of shape he's in. And then I wanted to talk to Dwyer, who's my chiropractor. And him and TJ work out together. So I wanted to get on the same page with those two and basically start working out and get into whatever they're doing. And I know they were doing CrossFit, and I knew a little bit of CrossFit only just through random YouTube videos and stuff, and I thought it sounded pretty cool. And I was really up for anything. If they were just wanting to go to the gym, that's not my thing though. Like Whitney, she goes to the gym and she does like the machines and stuff, and I don't know. It's kind of not very. It's not very regimented, I guess you could say. It's just kind of I'm going to do arms today, and then I'm going to do legs. I went to Navy boot camp, and we don't go to the, when you're in boot camp, you don't go to the gym and you don't bench press and all that stuff. You just run around like a nut job doing crazy exercises. And that's, what CrossFit kind of is. CrossFit is just doing crazy things, jumping on boxes, lots of jump ropes and push-ups and burpees and all kinds of stuff. It's just fun. Like, I actually have fun doing it. Like, it kills me, but it's fun. I got the clock there. I'm like, that's the kind of workout I like doing. And I told her that, and because she was like, "Well, just start coming to the gym. We'll get a membership. And you can start going." The gym is not for me. I go to the gym and I walk around and look at machines, going, "I don't know how to use that. If I didn't know how to use it, I don't think I would want to use it." Like, it's just, I don't like the gym. just period. So CrossFit was definitely the way to go. And because TJ and Dwyer are both into it already, it was easy for me to jump into. So anyway, that's kind of how I got here. I mean, it's a long process because, when you're overweight, there's a lot of depression that comes along with it. And, I have a fantastic family life. I love my kids are just, they're crazy. I have 4 boys. They're absolutely insane, but I love them to death. And they make me insanely happy. My wife, she makes me insanely happy, but being overweight, you still have this thing where you're just an overweight, out of shape dude, right? And it's just kind of depressing, I've never had insane thoughts of like hurting myself or anything like that, but there is kind of like a depression that comes along with being overweight, and that's something I struggled with for a while, and not knowing what to do, seeing other fit people around me constantly and being like, oh, I wish I could do that, but not actually doing anything about it. And now I'm making the change and saying I'm going to do something about it. So anyway, I wanted to get that out there. I know I wanted to talk about my inspirations and stuff today, but I really kind of woke up this morning feeling pretty strong, and I felt like maybe talking about my story and how I got here was kind of more important, because everybody has a different story, right? And everybody has this. That's just life. Everybody has the way they got here, and I think getting over that hurdle and getting into some sort of program, and my program is apparently CrossFit. So yeah, I'm super stoked. I have a confession to make. I ate a freaking sandwich last night, and it was not a good idea. I had lots of salad yesterday. I didn't want to have a salad. I wanted to have a sandwich. So Lowe's Food just opened up here in Carolina Forest, and I don't know if you're from like the South Carolina area or North Carolina, you'll know Lowe's Food. And Lowe's Food is like the Disneyland of grocery stores. I'm like a fat guy, and I love food in general. And my grandmother was a cook, and there were just a lot of good cooks in my family, right? So I'm big into food. So we went to Lowe's, and it is like Disneyland there. The yogurt section alone is like an entire aisle. It's ridiculous. But they had like they do their own like specialty pizzas and stuff. But they had sandwiches, and they also have a really good salad bar that's right next to the sandwiches. And I had already been eating, I ate like a salad for lunch. I basically had like a salad for breakfast as well after I had my eggs and stuff. And I was like, I just don't want salad today. I think I'm going to have a sandwich. So I was looking at the sandwiches, and they had like some paninis, and they had like a couple other little things there. But then they had like this big sandwich, and I was like, that thing looks delicious. And it's focaccia. And I'm Italian. Focaccia bread is like, it's my jam. But here's the thing. I haven't really had carbs in over a month. Like, the only carbs I have are what's in my yogurt. And that's whole grain, like, granola. That's it. That's the only carbs I've had in a month. So I wound up getting this focaccia sandwich, and it was big. Like, it was a triangle, probably about, those are the corners there. So imagine it coming up like this. It was friggin' ginormous. And I ate that thing, and I ate half of it, and I was like, I'm full. I even said this to Parker, who was over last night. I said, dude, I'm full. I need to stop eating. And then he's like, that's cool, man. And then I ate the rest of it just randomly because we were talking, just being conversational. My friends were over, so it was like I kept eating, and I finished that sandwich, dude, and my body, like the room was actually. I had to have been the carbs. All the carbs I ate. My body felt like I was like, I don't know. It was weird. I didn't like the feeling. So I had a bit of a freak out, and I told Witness I need to go run. I didn't go run because I was also exhausted just from the day. At that point, it was like 8 o'clock or something. So I'm probably gonna go run today. I also told George, who I talked about yesterday, we made a deal. He, as I mentioned before, he used to do like marathons and half marathons and stuff. In October, he's going to run a half marathon on the 19th. I'm going to run a 5K on the 18th. I haven't signed up for it yet, but there's the Myrtle Beach 5K mini marathons they have, runmyrtlebeach.com. So I'm going to be signing up for that, and I'm going to run a 5K. So I haven't told my wife yet. I meant to talk to her about it. I told Parker, but I forgot to tell my wife. But But I'm running a 5K in October. I think she might want to do it too. I think it'd be fun for us to do together. So yeah, I'm running a 5K now. So I guess I should get running. The farthest I can make it right now without stopping is right about a mile. So I got about 2.1 miles to go or something like that. I don't remember how long the 5K is. I know it's around 3 point something miles. So I got some work to do because I want to be able to at least jog the entire thing. Right, that's my goal. Is not to be able to not stop throughout the 5K. And it's May now, so I have a few months to get ready for it. So I'm feeling pretty good. I'm setting more goals. That's fine. Anyway, so I got off on a tangent there, but hopefully you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good right now. So I'm gonna eat my yogurt before my granola gets all soggy because that's gross. And I will talk to you later. So peace, thumbs up, and peace, and CrossFit.